Well, hello, everybody, and welcome to the beginning of our Entertaining with Tea series 2025. It's kind of hard to believe, but we're actually a few short weeks away from Christmas and holidays and a whole new year. And I hope you're all getting ready for it and are excited as I am. I have decorated earlier than ever before because I have felt the need to nest this year for some reason. So the timing to start entertaining with tea is very timely for me personally. So I'm looking forward to it. Really excited about all of our guests, as always, and the great surprises that they bring us. And with that, I am really happy to introduce my first guest to you, who we all know and love, Mr. Twining. Stephen Twining is 10th generation of the famous tea family and is known that he wanted to become involved in the family business from the age of 8. He joined Twinings in 1985, and after 9 years in a variety of jobs in sales, Stephen transferred to head office in Andover, where he is currently a director of corporate relations, incorporating media relations and business visits to Asia, Australia, Europe, Scandinavia, the Middle East, as well as North and South America. Hi, Stephen.
Good afternoon, or good. Yes, is it now?
It is. No,
yes,
we're still afternoon. You're heading into evening, right?
Absolutely. Yep.
How are you? It's nice to see you.
Very well. Nice to see you too, and yourself.
I sent a gift your way. I sent it to your head office, so ask them for it.
Fantastic, most kind. And I have to say, I love your son-in-law. That is.
Oh, thank you. I had surgery last week, so I'm recovering at my mother's house, and this is her samovar, and it is solid silver. This is an antique. Yeah, this is a special piece. So
very special.
I thought it was appropriate I set myself up in front of her samovar today.
Definitely.
Yeah. So, Stephen, are you ready for the holidays?
Getting there. I don't think I can say I've got it all stitched up yet, but we're work in progress, but progress is being made.
Good. Well, as long as it's on the mind, that's already part of the beginning, right? Good.
Oh, yes. Oh, yes.
So you have two deliciousnesses ready for us today?
I do. The first one is very quick and simple. The alternative tea toddy, which I think actually would be a great serving if I was entertaining at this time of year when it's getting cold outside, to warm your guests up after dinner. This, I think, would be a great serving. So because I've made it for myself, I haven't made a whole teapot full, but if I was entertaining guests, obviously I'd make a big batch of tea. Yeah. And then we need just to, and I've pre-warmed the wine glass, because obviously we don't want wine glasses breaking left, right and centre. Brewed up some of this Brilliant Orange Pekoe, which it should now be ready to go. But before I add it into the glass, I'm actually going to put one of the other ingredients in, which is an Amaretto liqueur. We need half a tablespoon of that.
So I have to confess, I'm a huge fan of hot toddies. I love them, and it's my excuse to dip into the liquor cabinet during the day when I get sick.
Well, if you're sick, then it's medicinal. So that obviously.
Thank you. This is why we get along so well, Stephen.
Absolutely. So right, half a tablespoon in there. I brewed about 250 mils, so 1 tea bag's worth of tea, and then we need some Grand Marnier on the top, a whole teaspoonful, tablespoonful.
Oh goodness, okay.
I should say. So it was half a tablespoonful of the Amaretto liqueur, a whole tablespoonful of the Grand Marnier. There's no point wasting all that, so we'll give it a stir, and it's that simple.
That's simple and delicious.
There is somebody I know who swears that if you mix these things together, it actually tastes of blueberries. Either my palate has, and I have to say, I don't get that at all. I know what a blueberry tastes like, and this does not taste like a blueberry, but there we are.
Huh. Maybe, I mean, you know, having said that, after 4 or 5 glasses of that, I could convince myself it tastes like a lot of things.
Oh, indeed. Yeah. But first impressions count, I think.
I suppose. That's a great combination. And as you said, if you're entertaining, you could pre-batch make this, right?
Yeah.
Lovely.
And obviously in this household, it would be me doing the making. And I'm sure my guests would forgive me for 5 minutes.
Perfect. All righty. You have another one for us?
Yeah, to get the party started, we're going to do the big tea punch. So we need a big bowl. We need some serious amount of tea. So I've got 600 ml of tea, about a pint.
Okay.
It's hot. I've just literally pulled the tea bags out 2 minutes ago. So that can go in.
And is this the orange pekoe again that you used?
It is, absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah, the same tea. I thought we'd keep it simple.
Perfect.
Then we need 250 ml of a nice sherry, a dry sherry.
Okay.
So this is going to make this very potent. You'll absolutely know you're having a punch when you taste this. Well, you would certainly get the party going with a bang. So in that goes, obviously helping to cool it down. We need the same measure of a white rum. So
Okay.
half the ingredients here are
liquor.
Rum. So it's going to have
It's the holidays.
Yes, indeed. Strictly for guests staying over, I think.
Of course. Of course.
We need a teaspoonful of sugar. You can add a little bit more just to taste. And then a couple of tablespoons of lime cordial.
Love. Okay.
To give it just that bit of extra zest, but a little bit of sweetness coming out of the lime cordial. And the juice of 1 lemon. So obviously you have to have a lemon jug. So there we go. And then half my crushed ice. And crushed is sort of the important thing because it's going to melt down quicker.
Okay.
Cool our punch. We might have to, I would certainly prepare this probably an hour in advance. We'll just stir in the sugar while there's a bit of warmth in there. And we're pretty much good to go. I'm going to add the rest of the ice in a minute. And we're just going to decorate it because punches should be pretty and
Full of fruit.
So in goes some orange slices and some lemon slices. Obviously, they'll give a little bit more character to the to the brew. So we'll have a few more orange slices.
Oh yeah. Punch bowls need to, be full of stuff, right?
Absolutely, yes. So this is now cooling down very nicely. So I'm going to add. It's about 600 ml, a pint of crushed ice that we need.
Okay.
Get that in there. Just stir that in, and in 5 minutes' time, that is going to be absolutely perfect. So excuse me, but you can't serve a punch from anything but a ladle.
You must. I know.
And obviously, one of the great advantages of using a Ceylon tea, so our Brilliant Orange Pekoe is exactly that. It is, apart from the lemon juice, it's going to stay absolutely crystal clear, which makes it a very beautiful drink in its own right. And yes, I can smell the alcohol here.
I think I can smell it from here, Stephen.
You might well be able to. It is quite potent, this.
That's fantastic.
So my tip would be, yes.
Yes.
That's hitting the spot.
Okay.
My tip would be that maybe some of your guests might like the glass half full and then top it up with a soda water or a lemonade.
Okay.
To knock it back a bit, because this has got
Potent.
this has got some power.
Okay. All right.
Mm.
Okay, I love it. So what I really love about what you've done, Stephen, is that these are pre-batches that you can make, right? Because the stress of entertaining and anything that you can do ahead of time is always welcomed, right?
Absolutely.
And that's what you've done with both of these.
This could now sit in the fridge. You'd be absolutely happy. And yeah, just keep that bottle of lemonade or soda water in case your guests go.
And a punch. I mean, I feel like we've, with technology and everything, people tend to be this year going back a little bit into an analog world and traditional and nostalgic and, get yourself a nice glass punch bowl and the ladle and do it properly. No?
Yeah, it's rather like your salad. It's a centerpiece. It draws people in, and it's absolutely great. And then it'll get the party started through conversation and through the imbibing.
The imbibing, I love it. That's fantastic. Stephen, it's always such a pleasure to see you. And I'm going to pass on some feedback to you that I've heard. No, it's good. It's very good. Feedback from some people that follow you always when you're on with us, whether it's iced tea or in the winter for entertaining with tea. And what they love about your recipes so much, Stephen, is how approachable they are.
Excellent. Thank you. That's lovely feedback, because yes, that is part of the objective. I want it to be accessible. So most people have these ingredients in their house, or you might have to pop out and buy one of them. But yeah, we've always got oranges and lemons and things in the alcohol cupboard. So yes,
nice and easy.
Obviously always have tea.
Well, I would hope that one always has tea, and if one doesn't, then we need to do our jobs a little bit better, you and I.
Absolutely.
Well, thank you. Always a delight. I wish you a very, very Merry Christmas, Stephen, and a Happy New Year.
And to you and to all your viewers.
Thank you. Thanks, Stephen. You take care. We'll see you soon.
Look forward to that too.
Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye. All right. Great kickoff. Great start to entertaining with tea. Hello, Ron. I see your comments in the side. Ron Sadler, lovely to have you on. Like I said, what I really love about what Stephen has done and what I think we're seeing a lot of, what I'm seeing a lot of in entertaining magazines and things like that, is this concept of making batch cocktails, right? And you can do it with all kinds of things, like you just saw with a punch, and personally, I would get, as I said, a nice nostalgic glass punch bowl and the ladle, and fill it with fruits and cranberries, even for the holidays, and just make a nice festive scene out of a centerpiece, as Stephen said, out of a beverage as beautiful as tea. But making things ahead and batch making just takes the stress out of entertaining. And I think it also gives you, as the host, the ability to really enjoy your guests, as opposed to, the frantic frenzy of always being in the kitchen. At the end of the day, they are there to see you, I hope, if they're at your home. So my next guest is the lovely Maria. Maria Uspenski is the founder and CEO of the Tea Spot, which is a Colorado-based public benefit corporation and certified B Corp, recognized for its innovation in tea, sustainability practices, and community impact. She did not, however, start in tea. Maria is an MIT-trained mechanical engineer. She holds 3 U.S. patents for steepware designs that modernize loose leaf tea preparation. Under her leadership, the Tea Spot has become a nationally recognized brand, donating 10% of its profits to wellness initiatives and earning honors, such as the University of Colorado Small Business Spotlight. Maria is also author of Cancer Hates Tea, a best-selling book on tea and wellness, and she co-authors the forthcoming 101 Teas to Steep Before You Die, named top tea health advocate at the World Tea Expo. She is an international speaker on functional beverage innovation, purpose-driven leadership, and sustainable business growth. And I'm happy to say she's my friend. Hello.
Hello.
How are
So
you?
here's our book coming out in 6 days,
In
which
6
we
days.
can't wait to celebrate. It is so great to see you, Shabnam. I miss our more frequent interactions and author meetings.
Yes.
But I am going to highlight something from sorry, I use a tea bag as my page marker.
Yeah.
I'm going to highlight a recipe which is so perfect for holiday from our book. And I'm even going to, pat yourself and myself on our backs a little bit by saying you and I really took the beverage, the drink chapter, the drink recipes chapter on our own. No one else
indeed.
decided to take it, but the two women on the team just said, hey, we're doing the drinks chapter. And we had a lot of fun doing it. So
We did.
at some point, we will definitely cover all of the different contributions, I think, in this chapter. But this one just screams holiday to me, right? I mean, just look
Totally
at
agree.
it. The
Yeah.
color does half the work for you.
It honestly does. Yeah.
It's just perfect. And it's called the Crimson Margarita, and we'll get into the recipe in fine detail here in just a moment. But I am going to, we have a tradition in my family with my daughters when we cook Thanksgiving. Well, now that they're adults and of age, we make a cocktail during the many hours that we're preparing. So yes,
Okay.
it is eventually for guests, but I love to have a cocktail that is going to be very different than that heavy Thanksgiving meal, which is filled with gravies and meats and pie and cream in the vegetables, cream with your pie.
Yeah.
So we traditionally make the Marcus Samuelson grapefruit bourbon sour.
Oh my goodness.
Which
Wow.
has been requested of me again this year, which I will of course make because I'm not hosting. I'm bringing that in a few seconds. But I'm also going to bring a batch to play off of what you and Stephen were talking about of this crimson hibiscus margarita, which is going to be very, very easy to batch. And as we'll explain, margaritas are, of course, a simple syrup type of liquid. Then, of course, your tequila, your Cointreau, and we're done. And the simple syrup is simply made of tea, hibiscus leaves, limes, which I think you can see nicely, and then agave.
Perfect.
So you take half a cup of water. So to make 4 ounces of simple syrup, of course, if we decide to batch it, we can make 16 ounces of simple syrup and go wild, at which point you'll have approximately 32 ounces of cocktail to serve out. But you take half a cup of water, 2 tablespoons of hibiscus, 2 tablespoons of agave. Get it up to kind of simmering. I actually like to add the agave after the hibiscus has steeped in there for a while because I don't want to denature the agave in any way. Cooking agave does somewhat change its flavor.
Okay, that's good to know.
Interestingly, I find that cooking with honey doesn't do anything outstanding to it, but cooking with agave does a little bit alter flavor. So I kind of stir in the agave a little bit later. And I made 4 ounces, measured it out to have exactly 1.5 ounces. So I'm going to make 1 serving here, which it's way too early to drink in Colorado. This thing's definitely going to go in the fridge and await my husband, I think, at the end of the day. So I strained out the pieces of lime that weren't completely liquid, put that in there. I've already got, I'm going to make a plug for hibiscus leaves. You can get good quality hibiscus leaves from many different places. But this is a very well-priced Blanco tequila.
Okay.
I really do love Camareña for my white tequila-based. if I'm using reposado, I'm happy to go with the Trader Joe's brand, which I don't know if available that is in Canada, but it is here. But for blancos, I really love this brand. And Cointreau, I just use the traditional Cointreau, you know.
So tell everybody what is it about that particular tequila that you like?
It's clean.
Okay.
It doesn't impart so again, there are some more top shelf, like I would use Fortaleza or Arete tequila all day long in my cocktails, but I don't have that kind of a budget. So if you're looking for kind of a lower price tequila blanco to go a longer way, this is an excellent choice. I do find some of the lower end blanco tequilas to have a bit of a metallic is maybe a little too strong a term, but a bit of a taste that I'm not interested in adding to my mix. I really want it to be as clean as possible.
Okay.
So we've got our alcohols in here. So 2 ounces of the tequila, half an ounce of the Cointreau. I already put them into I call this my cocktail mixer. I always use up the water bottle. And then my 1.5 ounces of the drink. I will be shaking that up over ice in a second, but I want to first show you what we did. So with the lime skins that were left, we wetted the glass. I didn't want to do this in front of you all because I knew it would turn into a mess. And then rimmed the glass with this fun hibiscus sugar salt.
Perfect.
Situation that you grind up separately, the hibiscus leaves, and then add the sugar and the salt. And it gives it a nice, zesty. You can also just use, if you've already got a pre-mixed kind of, or pre-made, and you really do want to be lazier about it, you can just use salt or sugar. But I loved this mix, and we worked hard to get the right mix of sugar and salt with hibiscus on here. Super tasty add to the drink. And then all of our beverage pieces in this little growler. I love to mix up my drinks over ice. I like to make them cold before I put them into the glass.
So I do the same, especially with my martinis, and then I shake so hard that I want like some ice pieces, just like slivers. Do you know what I mean?
I don't know if I'm going to be as strong as you. And of course, fortunately, I didn't get it. I haven't put on my Thanksgiving holiday sweater.
You did, I noticed.
70 degrees these days in Colorado. It's nowhere near. So we are going to shake like crazy. And we'll shake just in case. And I think we're good. And then I am actually, pardon my hands, I didn't bring my tongs, but you know, the drink is presumably for us. So.
It is for you.
All in the family. And then just pour her on in. And it's just the prettiest, most approachable. It's too bad it's not even 10:30 in the morning here.
Something to look forward to, Maria.
There you go. There you go. But yeah, she's a beauty.
She really is, and perfect for the season.
Yes. So anyway, we are so excited. I'm sorry, I'm shamelessly plugging us here.
As you should.
So excited to launch our book. It goes on sale next Tuesday, the 25th of November. And Shabnam and I are really excited to talk to you more about all the teas in there, the recipes that are in there. And truly, we feel that the recipes that we've added are something that we stand behind and are super excited to share with all of you. So
we sure are. Cheers to you. I love it. And what I love about this, again, as I just said with Stephen, is that it's that batch cocktail idea, right? Is that it can be pre-made and do it. But then don't forget, and I think that for me personally, like entertaining is it's about those extra little things, right? I like being a little extra. I think you do too. So you know, it's grinding that hibiscus with the sugar. That's that extra, right? That's just going a little bit more and you know, making your guests feel that you really thought about what you're doing.
Yeah. And I have one more kind of extra suggestion or add, a variation that can be excellent for a holiday version of this. And I went to go try to harvest some rosemary from my garden, but it's already there's so little left. I have maybe one ratatouille worth left, so I wasn't willing to sacrifice it
Fair.
for our show here. But I have made this simple syrup, adding a sprig of rosemary in there.
Gorgeous.
And that adds a really wonderful flavor. It was not my idea. I had a Blanco tequila margarita at a restaurant this summer. It has since gone away, unfortunately. That they made with rosemary, simple syrup, and I absolutely adored it. And I've made this one by adding the rosemary into the simple syrup. Fantastic. Then you can lay a little sprig of rosemary over the top. Can you imagine how
Gorgeous.
That's
Totally.
So that's another nice little twist that you can
That's a good one. That's a really good one.
You're right. It is those special pieces. For me, I do love to cook, but I really love setting the table. I love setting a beautiful, beautiful table, as do you. I know you've sent me photographs of pre-brunch things. And as you're setting the table and thinking about your guests, it's also fun to treat yourself to something that is super tasty. And frankly, people will generally transition to wine during their big holiday meal, but I can see this going with your turkey and kind of all the way through. Some people are just big tequila people and don't love wine. And especially here in the Southwest, it also pairs super well with either salty or spicy kind of apps that you might be serving. Anything jalapeno related, or again, spiced nuts is fantastic with this. So anyway, I
love it. I love it.
And here's to your health, girlfriend.
Here's to you. I don't have here. I've got
I'm not going to it, so I'm not going to change. But I will take a little sip because it's to your health.
You do. I've got a little bit of tea left in my cup. It's now empty.
The earliest I've started with a margarita ever.
Just a sip. It doesn't count. It's so good to see you.
Same.
Thank you for sharing that.
Thank you so much for having me. And thank you for that incredible intro. All righty.
It's your work, not mine. Thank you. All the best to you. Those of
in our Instagram live next week.
Yes. So for those of you listening, we are just going to plug the book. So here you go. So 101 Teas to Steep Before You Die will be released officially for sale November 25th. We will be doing an Instagram live. I think we said at 10 a.m. And just a few of the authors just getting on to celebrate what was over a year to create. And it holds a special place in all of our hearts. So
and it really is. It's a tome that you can be proud of. I think in terms of its packaging and presentation, it's hardback. We have these nice end papers. It's got this kind of cloth-like edge to it, binding, I suppose we call it. And, just the photography, the layout,
beautiful.
Everyone who worked on this, from obviously us who contributed the content, but to the illustrator, the designer, the photographer, we really gave it our all. So I hope that you'll at least take a look at our book. So on that note.
And a great gift, right? I mean, a book, and pick 2 or 3 of the teas inside of the book to give to somebody as a present.
Yes.
I think that's a fantastic gift. So
yes,
all of you watching, don't tell me you didn't get any holiday ideas from us besides entertaining. Thank you. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Thanks, Maria. You take care. Bye-bye. Bye. All right. Well, deliciousness and obviously a theme. And I wonder if that theme's going to carry on in the weeks to come, batch cocktailing. I know that it's probably the easiest way to be entertaining. Before we sign off, though, I'm going to share with you a recipe that I love. And it's one of these recipes that really only comes around during the holidays. It's a drink that only comes around during the holidays. And it's probably just as well because it is incredibly rich and probably a little bit polarizing, and that's eggnog. Did you know that you can make your own eggnog at home? I did say I like to be a little bit extra, so here is our light tea nog recipe for you. So with that, I say thank you for those of you who have watched. Thank you for those that are going to watch on replay. As always, these videos are available on our YouTube channel. Recipes will always be below the videos themselves, so you didn't need to frantically scribble anything down. We'll have the recipes that have kindly been shared by our guests. A big thank you to my first guests, Stephen Twining and Maria Uspenski. It's always a delight to have all of you on. Thanks, everybody, and happy holidays, and I'll see you next week for episode 2.